Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to answer a question which some players have been asking me about having to do with my Android account. So the question is, Adrian, I know you started your account from scratch and you said you weren't going to spend any money on the account, but I noticed that you have 2,000 or so gold, and I guess in this case 3,237 gold. Where is that gold coming from? Are you buying gold and then not telling us about it? So I'm going to answer that question. The other question is, when you have the gold, what should you spend it on? Should you get hanger slots? Should you upgrade? Should you get a robot, or I guess a weapon? Should you use it on boosters or modules? I'm going to try to answer that question as well as best as I can here. But before we answer the question on where I get my gold, I have a golden rule that I always kind of mention to players. Just because you have the gold doesn't mean you should spend it. So although I have 3,237 gold, I'm not going to spend 66 gold to speed up my Tehran. I'm actually going to wait 3 hours 50 minutes if I can. That way I save myself 66 gold. And by doing this over and over again, eventually my gold's going to grow, and I'll be able to afford some of the more expensive items and stuff in the game. So very important that you understand that, because once you understand that, everything else falls into place. So now that we know that, every day what I do is, actually, I turn on my cursor here so that you guys can see where I'm clicking. Every day when I sign in, I go to the daily task. Now I believe we get, I think, 2 tasks every day, and I make sure that I complete it, because that way I get 60, 70 gold every day guaranteed. If you're on iOS or Android, you guys are lucky because you will have ads, and if you struggle to obviously complete the daily task, you can use the ad to help progress that bar up a lot quicker. So sometimes I use the ad if I don't have much time to play on this account, just so I can get that gold. And the other thing too is during events we have these bonus tasks. So important for a newer player to actually play a lot if they can during events, because as you can see, the Christmas one, win 10 battles and come in first, second or third, and you get 200 gold. And also win 20 battles and then you get 2,500 Falcon components. So if you play a lot, you can complete that, and you get your gold and you don't spend it, so you're saving up, and it will build up actually really quickly. So that's the other way. I guess I could also join Facebook page here, but I'm not going to do that for this demonstration. And the other thing too, now this one I don't have too much information on because I don't know myself, but I have seen screenshots of this. When you get to certain levels, I believe you get silver and gold. I think level 30, I could be wrong, you get 500 gold, but I don't know, maybe someone in the one of the viewers who has actually received that gold, maybe you can post that in the comment section so others can see that as well. But that is another way. I wouldn't rely on this though. And there's another way after this as well, in the black market. So this one, what I do is when I play a game, sometimes I watch an ad, but this is only after I've done the daily tasks. I watch an ad for the bronze chest, and one of the, or at least 2 of the prizes are 10 gold and 7 gold. So sometimes I do that. I don't always obviously get the gold. The odds are against you when it comes to that, but just thought I would mention it. And another thing too with this black market and the Royale game here, which is this one here, the developers, I believe, they stated that they are going to remove that. Doesn't mean that it's going to be taken away and we're never going to see anything to help the players out, because there's a good chance that they probably are thinking of something else that may help players out instead of those 2 things. So we may actually see those the black market and the Royal fall away, which they said they would do, but there might be something else that comes to the game. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, but nonetheless, it's not like I needed that for my gold, because 90% of my gold actually comes from playing the game and those daily tasks. So thought I should mention that. And let's see, I think that is about it. But the last thing I have to actually show you in game, because there's certain things you have to do in order to get gold in the game. you have to make sure that you get beacons, and you have to make sure that also you get your damage in. That's why you see me play so aggressively and go for those beacons. And this is more specific to domination mode and beacon rush as well. So I'm going to show that to you, like how I do it in the game. And the other question that you guys had was, when you have the gold, what should you spend it on? So the first thing you got to do is, let me just go to my profile here. Open up hanger slots. So open up the fourth one, which I've done, and then after that save up for the last one, which would be the fifth. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to save up 5,000, and I'm going to open up this last slot here and probably throw in my Fujing or something. But the reason why you want to open up all 5 is because with more robots on the battlefield, you are able to do more damage and get more beacons. Now, if you are competing against other players to get gold, that's what you need to do. You need to get actually more beacons, and you need to do more damage. And by doing that, you actually end up making gold really quickly. So, I could play a couple of games, and there's a good chance that, my gold's going to shoot up because of that. I know what to do on the battlefield that's going to get me that gold, because it increases my chances of actually winning. And if I'm winning a lot, then I'm actually getting a lot of gold. So that is sort of how it works. But like I said, I'm going to show you how I do that in the game. So when it comes to using your gold, the first thing you want to do is save up for the hanger slot, 4th and then 5th. And then after that, or at least what I'm doing on this account is, now that I'm set with the last hanger slot, after I get that, I'm actually going to use my gold in these offers. So as you saw here in the workshop, I'm building towards an ember here, and what I'm doing is I'm gonna focus my resources onto one item at a time. So let's just say I have 5 hanger slots, and now have more gold I can use towards something. I'm actually going to use it towards buying offers, right? So not only am I using my workshop to build components for the ember, I'm then going to make sure that I click on this every day. And if I see like an offer for an ember and it's 300 gold, I'm probably going to buy it, because that could be like 200 components, or it could be 300, whatever it is. And I can use that gold towards, getting components for the ember, but there's probably going to be like a robot with it along, as well. So that's what I'm going to do. And then the other thing that you could do is when you have that gold and you have all your components, if you want to use your gold to speed up like upgrades, what I would do is actually set a limit for yourself. So for example, because this is a new account, what I would do for myself personally is not spend any gold unless it's 100 gold and under. So let's just say my upgrade was 300 gold, to speed it up. I'm not going to use my gold for that. I'm going to wait until it drops all the way down to 100 and under. Then I will use it if I want to speed it. By setting yourself limits like that, you don't overspend, because players tend to do that. There's always a temptation to rush things. So that's kind of what I would do. And I think that about covers pretty much everything that I wanted to show about spending your gold. I'm trying to think of, I know there's boosters, and one thing that you could actually do as well when it comes to boosters is using it for, these honor or silver if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. But I'm just pointing it out there. The honor points can actually be very beneficial for a player. So if you're going to use gold, maybe go for something like this instead. If you don't want to upgrade and you don't want to do anything else. And the reason why I mention that is because if you take a look at, these battle reward crates. Now, if you use honor boosters, you get more points quicker. So I can get to the bronze crate, the silver crate, gold crate, and diamond crate a lot quicker. That also means I'm going to get, silver. I'm going to get the power cells for the modules. In some cases, even components like the wasp here. And, they have components here as well. But that can also help there as well. So just something to point out. But I think that about covers everything I want to say about this. So I think I'm going to hop into a game here so I can explain to you, you know, what I go for in order to win gold in a game, because that pretty much accounts for, I would say, 90% of the gold I make is through the games and also through the daily tasks. So anyways, let's hop into the game here so I can show you, you know, what I'm talking about. Okay, so hopefully I'm going to be able to get an example here for you on how I get this gold. So first of all, you want to focus on beacons. And now this obviously depends on, you know, if you're playing Beacon Rush or Domination mode. So I'm going to go for the beacons first, and then we are going to be focusing on damage after that. This guy's firing here. I got in his way. But let's see if we can stop this guy. Gonna try see if I can actually take this guy down below here. I gotta be careful because what he's doing is he's turning my back, and I don't like my back being turned like that to the enemy. So I'm trying to focus him down. If I can get this beacon, even better. Trying to get my splash in here. Come on, where's my team? Okay, so they got that beacon. I'm looking around to see where we can go in terms of getting beacons here. There's a lot of players here, so I think, let me just click here, see if I can perhaps see. Can't see anything there. Okay, so the majority of my teammates are over here. I'm gonna drop in on this side. We've got a player up top here we've got to watch. Let's see if we can help him out. I'm trying to actually help my teammates get that beacon there, but I'm also keeping an eye on this guy up top here. I'm hoping my teammate can take him down. Because I don't want to have to kill my bot here. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can hit him. Okay, I think I got him. There we go. We need to focus on another beacon here. Come on, come on, come on. Switch, switch, switch. Oh, 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 ooh. He jumped into the pit there. So we can get this guy. He's healing up here. There we go. I think these guys might actually end up botting out because they are losing a lot of bots here. I'm going to try to fire in between the two. Get that damage in on both. We will need to get a beacon here. I've got to watch. We've got two guys there. I think we should be okay over there. Let's see if we focus on this guy. That should help, I think, right? Uh-oh. Just trying to get this damage in before I die. And take a look at what's going on here. So the entire team, red team, is by C. I'm going to see if we can actually push up top here, because if we can get their beacon, it's going to open up the game more. And remember, we want to focus on beacons. So if I can get across here. I think this Natasha has the same idea. I'm gonna try see if I can actually walk across here quickly. If we can get this beacon and I can help the Natasha, like I said, it's gonna open up the game, because what's gonna actually end up happening if they don't ditch a bot soon Uh-oh. Let's see if we can get this guy quick. Okay. There's another player over here. He's moving in. I'm not sure exactly what he's in. I think he's in a Fury or something. Let me just see if I can look around the corner. You know what? I think I'm going to move this way. They are down to 4 players. We have 3 beacons at this point. And what I can do is, if possible, sneak up behind. Maybe even capture this beacon. It's going to be a very risky move. They don't know. Yeah, they don't know that I'm actually here. So remember, it's all about getting beacons and doing that damage. So if I can get this beacon here without them noticing me. So I'm not actually firing, because if I do, I'm going to give off my positioning. So I'm going to capture this beacon. I'm going to take this guy out. Once I have it, here we go. If he turns around, he's actually fired everything right now. I could put my shield up, but I want as much damage on him as quickly as possible. So they are down to 2. There's this guy here. He may drop in behind me, that's fine. But I'm going to see if I can actually get rid of this guy here quickly. Because we have 4 beacons on them. This guy doesn't know that I'm here yet. Let's just knock his shield down first and get him. He didn't know that I was here. That's never a good position to be in. Okay, so we're going to get this beacon, and then I'm going to... I may actually ditch this. Let's see if we can actually... I know this guy's healing me here, but I'm actually going to drop in here with the boa, because I know at this point there's a slim chance of them actually winning. So I'm trying to hit this guy. Now it's just a matter of me getting in my damage, because I know we're going to win. There's no ways they're going to stop like 6 players. So even if I go down now, I'm getting my damage in, and you're going to see why I did that in a second. A lot of this also boils down to just experience playing the game as well. So they are down. They only have 1 player now. They're fighting for their beacons. They're losing it very quickly. So you can see what's happening here. Now, because I got the beacon, I helped to get it at the top, and I got this home beacon as well as the bridge beacon. There's a good chance I'm probably going to get gold even if I didn't come first. So you can see I got quite a bit of silver. I did use a silver booster for this as well, but let's take a look to see how well we did. So as you can see, I didn't score first. However, I did get 5 gold, and the reason why is because I actually got the most amount of beacons on my team. So by helping out my team by getting beacons, I'm actually getting gold as well, and I'm doing that in a way that's going to help my team. So I'm helping my team, I'm helping myself get the gold as well. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. Before I actually sign off here, I just wanted to show you the modules I was using. So I just bought, I basically bought the nuclear reactor, which is, let's see, I think it's 50,000, yeah, 50,000 silver. And I bought that because, I'm going up against like Hechis, Balkazaris and stuff. I'm using, wait, not this one. Let me just go back here. I'm using like these old robots going up against premium bots. So I figured, you know what? Let's get those modules for these bots, so I can do that damage. So I have the same for the boa, the same for the rhino, as well as my dock. So that allows me to do more damage. If I click onto this in detail, you can see what I mean. So increases weapon damage. Only 1%, but it allows me to do more damage, and if I'm doing more damage, it's going to help with silver, but also gold as well, since I don't have 5 hanger slots. But anyways, I just wanted to show that to you guys. I'm hoping the game that I just played was able to illustrate my point on getting beacons if you want to get that gold as well as damage. Anyways, guys, I hope this guide was able to help you, especially those that are struggling with gold. If it did, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.